Oh, wow.
Welcome back to the show, guys. Whoa, what's that? Do you guys hear that?
Reddit alert, Reddit alert.
You are worthless. You are defending a country that does not deserve to be defended.
Whoa.
Your traditions are disgusting.
Jesus.
You're terrible.
You're terrible.
That's on YouTube. Sniffing.
So a big shout out to Reddit user... Ramsey. This is what I have to say to you, Ramsey.
You're terrible. You're terrible. You're terrible.
And if people want to learn more about you...
That's on YouTube. That's on YouTube.
What a pervert. What a pervert.
Well, guy.
Well, guys, today's a big episode, and Jesus is king, okay? One of my favorite YouTubers, one of my favorite, what do you call this, political guys, Chuck Kirk, Charleston T. Kirk, Esquire. Charles Captain Kirk has written a book that I'm very excited about. The title of the book is...
You're terrible.
So in honor of this guy, one of my favorite guys, Charles Kirk, in honor of his new book that's coming out, we'll take a look at what his little ass is up to.
So I'm wondering if you're still working on that.
It's coming out in either August or September. It's called The College Scam.
Oh.
And it's intentionally written.
It's
written as a 10-count indictment against college, as if I was presenting this to a jury.
You're terrible.
Try to persuade you, because you're right. Most people think college is wonderful. I'll riff on this for just a...
most people think college is wonderful, as Charles Kirk just said, but I look at a college and I say...
You're terrible.
Most people, if you may be a doctor or a lawyer or engineer, most people don't go to college for that reason. Most people go to college to go study the humanities, where they learn to hate themselves, to study sociology, where they learn to hate everybody.
There's another way to say that. They look at themselves and or other people and they say...
You're terrible.
Okay, no more. That's the last time. Wow, that sounds pretty convincing. So Chuck wrote this book. I'm sorry. Chuck probably hired someone to write this book. How's it doing? How's this book doing on the charts?
And big help. I'm sorry. Little bad mouth, big help. I'm just distracted because Andrew just sent us something that
You're right?
Are we number 4 overall? Is that all right? Or is that looks like it's in a category. I don't think that's overall. Is that right? I guess it is overall, because Sea of Tranquility is not in our category. Yeah, we're number 4 on Amazon overall for collegescam.com. That's amazing. Praise God. What? Number 4 on Amazon. And that's even with less promo.
Okay, not too bad. 20. I mean, that's pretty good. 23. He's number 23 in new releases. But still, I wouldn't say...
You're terrible.
Most people go to college to go study the humanities, where they learn to hate themselves, to study sociology, where they learn to hate everybody.
Or they study some other unspecified thing where they learn to hate the country.
This is one of those things where it's like, I have no idea. Why are people going to college? I have no idea. What are they studying? I don't know. And then I actually looked it up, and here are the most popular majors in the U.S. By far, and this has been the case for a while, the most popular major for college students is business. These woke college students are just going in there and they're saying he, her, she, him, they, them, at their business school. Then the second most popular, health professions. I love Charlie Kirk because he wants to be a boss, so he's like, if you come to apply at Turning Points USA, college is meaningless.
I'm in the business of hiring young people.
Right.
A college degree means nothing.
Wow.
Absolutely nothing.
Oh.
And I know this might be controversial. You know me well enough to not care and to trust
Calm
me
down.
when I say.
Well, okay, yeah, to spread propaganda on Facebook, that's... Maybe you don't need a degree for that, but a doctor... Health professions. Then you get to the third, social sciences and history. Then right after that, engineering, biological and biomedical sciences. Yeah, that's useless. So then you get down toward the bottom. Then you get visual and performing arts, which useless. We don't need any of that. So he's wrong on why people go to college and what they do there. He's just wrong right off the top. But the other thing is, he's like, it's a scam. College is a scam. And college in America is, it's kind of a scam. It puts kids into a lot of debt and on and on. But Charlie Kirk's solution is not like, we should make it free. We should make college free or affordable like they do in other countries. Which actually, I didn't know this either, would be very inexpensive. It would actually be surprisingly like a fraction of a percent, like point something percent of the United States GDP, you could have free college. But he doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to do that. His solution to college being a scam, putting people into debt, is just don't go. Just don't go. Just don't go, despite the fact that if you go to college, you're far more likely to make more money. We don't need that because I'm Charlie Kirk's boss, and I don't want to pay $1 more in taxes.
And we have a generation of young people that, you know, they're kind of sick and tired. They're like, look, I went to college, I borrowed the money, I did what I was told, I studied North African lesbian poetry, and my life is not better.
Come on, Charlie.
And we wonder why this whole system is so messed up.
This is classic Charleston Chew Kirk. Classic Chuck Kirk. Which is you take some kind of important issue, some kind of important big societal issue like education, and then you turn it into a stupid culture war thing. Instead of fix it, you know, there are things we could do to fix it. College, higher education could be so much better, so much easier. You don't have to like figure, oh, can I get this loan? Oh, I have to pay back $100,000 billion. No, education could be very easy, could be very smooth. It could be something that people don't have to stress out and worry about. But Chuck has to turn it into a dumb culture war thing where it's, and this is literally what's going on here, is, hey, people who view my program, many of you who are not college educated, and that's a big part of your identity, and people who have gone to college, that's a big part of their identity and all this stuff. You are against each other. And those college snobs, they're in there studying.
They're in there studying trans.
All these college students, they go into these colleges, apparently to study business, and while they're there, they do trans. Okay, they're doing trans. These people look at a picture of Jesus and they say,
You're terrible. You're terrible.
So that's sort of his thing. A thing that we could easily fix, that we could make public, that could be a great part of society. Instead, we look at it and we say,
You're terrible.
Why am I terrible, Tuck?
Sniffing.
Okay, well, I do that. Okay.
Well, if you're just tuning in this morning,
I
made the decision to send back my master's degree from Harvard.
Really, dude? Okay.
A message, an intentional one, to higher education.
Okay, great.
Oh, dear.
Now, if you look at the
Is your mom
shields, if you
gonna
look
be
at the
mad?
shields on the diploma,
Is your mom going to be mad?
very mad. Return to sender.
Hey, look, I may have gone to Harvard. People who watch Fox News who think those people are snobs, but I hate it. I hate them, and I made a copy of my diploma that I'm going to write on.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, Harvard. Right, guys? I wipe my ass with this diploma. Now, I'm already in the club of Harvard perverts, but I don't, like you guys, I don't like it.
My good friend Charlie Kirk is also taking on the left's agenda, launching
Nice.
Turning Point Academy,
Wow.
K-12 school and more like it. He joins us now.
Wow.
Charlie, thanks for being here. I feel like you'll appreciate the sentiment of that.
You all right, Charlie?
To talk about what's happening in our schools. I just love you sending that diploma back to Harvard. Look, the part of the ruling class's power over the muscular class and over working people.
The muscular class.
Wipe your ass with them.
The other thing is Chuck Kirk is living proof that you don't need to go to college, okay? Charlie Kirk did not even go to broadcast school or do whatever, journalism crap or whatever, media training or whatever. And look at how great of a broadcaster he is.
Charlie, you know, we have some great questions from people who want to learn a little bit about you, probably follow you throughout
Let's do that.
Some people that are new that are just interested in this topic because they see how far it's gone and how ridiculous it's gone. So were you always a conservative?
Oh, Jesus.
You're terrible. Well, friend of the show, Charlie Kirk, has an important new book called The College Scam, How America's Universities Are Bankrupting and Brainwashing Away the Future of America's Youth. Charlie Kirk is the executive director of Turning Point USA. He joins us tonight in the Friend Zone. Charlie, great to see
The Friend Zone. I mean, this talk segment is the same crap. It's just Charlie Kirk peddling his crap, peddling his stupid book on this thing. But that intro is maybe my new favorite thing I've ever seen on TV. The Friend Zone. It's a 3D graphic they did of a football end zone. And this segment is called The Friend Zone, where Tucker Carlson has one of his friends on. We're in the friend zone now. In the friend zone, the whole time Charlie Kirk is like, he's like, I think you look really beautiful today, Tucker. Tucker Carlson's like, that's weird. What are you talking? Why being weird? That's a weird thing to say. Anyway, let's talk about your book.
In a big family and you're wonderfully married, that doesn't do anything for you in upper middle class society. So I gently talk about that in the book, and I'm trying to make it okay not to have a very expensive piece of paper from a university that does not share your values. I'm trying to destigmatize this idea that kids don't go to college and somehow they're treated in the lower rungs of society.
You're terrible.
In fact,
hell yeah, again, great solutions. Great solutions that make me want to say,
you're terrible. You're terrible.
Great solutions that you can find on.
That's on YouTube.
You know, instead of fixing the problem of student debt and all this disastrous crap that we have around education, let's just destigmatize that it's horrible. Hey, it doesn't work, so you just don't go. Why is that? Let's destigmatize that. You know, a car just ran over my foot, and now I have a flattened foot, you know, and it's a bleeding. I'm bleeding out and dying. We could take me to the hospital, or we could destigmatize having a broken, bloody foot. That same car also ran over my
left nut.
Thank you. So there we go, guys. Just to check in with Chuck. Just a Chuck check.
Little Chuck check there.
We'll keep it short today. I'm still moving, but I'll be back with longer episodes very soon. Love you guys very much. And don't forget,
you're terrible.
Bye-bye. Hey guys, you're only getting a fraction of the weekly shows. If you want a new motherfucking episode every day, subscribe on Patreon for as little as 2 bones. You get the patron-only Tuesday and Thursday shows, the Bookablega show where we look at important books, and the goddamn weekly behind-the-scenes show. And for only 25 bones, you could become a producer and get your name up here. Look at these people. These people make this show possible. If it wasn't for them, nothing. We don't have a show. We got nothing, and it's garbage. And we have to just leave. We have to just basically walk away, and we don't even really know where we're walking. That's the truly troubling part about all this. But please, become a patron today. For as little as 2 bones, or 5 bones is another level, or 10, or you go the full 25 and you get up here. Big special thanks to these people. Love you guys. Love you guys so much.